People are already saying that The End of Oak Street is one of those movies you need to see in the theaters, where other people are saying that Anne Hathaway deserves an Oscar for this performance over The Odyssey. And on the other end, you got people saying that this is just a Steven Spielberg knockoff. Well, I seen it, so let's talk about it.
Every 24, every 24, know that won't go. Every 24, every 24.
Before we jump in, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want to see more of this content. All right, how enjoyable was this movie? But the critics are calling The End of Oak Street one of those movies you need to see on the big screen. They praised the visuals, the dinosaurs, but what stood out to me was that they talked about the emotion underneath it all. And if I'm being real, I can see why. With J.J. Abrams producing this movie, you can definitely feel the Spielberg influence in this film. I've also seen people directly compare it to Jurassic Park, some even saying that it's better, and that's where I give the pushback because I don't think it's fair to compare these movies. I can't sit here and say that this movie is better than Jurassic Park, but what I can say is it's the best dinosaur movie since Jurassic Park. Then you got the Daily Beast arguing that Anne Hathaway deserves an Oscar over the Odyssey, and I can understand this take. In this movie, she carries the emotional weight of the story. Here, she has space to breathe and really show what the character is going through compared to the Odyssey, which is a giant ensemble. So I can understand that argument. Now, on the flip side, The Guardian is saying that it leans too much on Spielberg and Jurassic Park, and I can agree with that part and disagree at the same time. Every dinosaur movie is going to be compared to Spielberg. That's just a reality. The real question is, does this movie bring something of its own? And I think it does. Now, where I do get some of the criticism is that there are moments where things come together a little too easily. There's a living room scene where everything just clicks way too fast. And I'm like, wait, they figured it out already? Still, I thought the concept and the atmosphere worked and it had its own feel, and for me, that's important. But that's the critics. When you start looking at the moviegoers and what they're saying, you get a different outlook.
I saw The End of Oak Street last night. Let's talk about it in 60 seconds. If you're getting sick of Anne Hathaway, one, how is that even possible? And two, that sucks for you because she's in The End of Oak Street right now, and she also has Verity coming out later this year. Hell yeah, man. Let's go. The End of Oak Street is good summer fun. It is an awesome reminder that a good dinosaur movie is possible. I know the Jurassic World franchise has its shooters. I am not one of them. I don't love those movies. We got Adam Driver's 65 a couple of years ago. I don't think that movie is very good. So we've been in a bit of a dinosaur drought, and I think The End of Oak Street really brings us back. It really reminds us that making a good dinosaur movie in 2026 is possible. It is so chaotic. It is so violent in moment. It has heart. It has soul.
Now, that's something I can agree with. We've been in this dinosaur movie drought. Yeah, Jurassic World exists, but I've been pretty disappointed with that run. And outside of that, when's the last time we had a major dinosaur movie that felt different? That's one reason I think that this movie works because is it chaotic? Absolutely. Is it crazy? Definitely. And yeah, I have some story issues, but it's dinosaurs outside of Jurassic Park, and that's refreshing. And if it does well, maybe studios realize dinosaurs don't have to just live in one franchise. Give different directors, different stories, different tones. Treat dinosaur movies like its own genre. So yeah, when people say dinosaur movies are back, I'm with it.
The End of Oak Street been my most anticipated movie this year since I heard about it because I hate Jurassic Park. I thought every movie was soft and never really showed the battle between man and dinosaur. Even though this is PG-13, unlike Jurassic Park, the dinosaurs didn't shy away from the brutality. I thought it had great tension and all the action scenes were engaging and well executed. Some of the comedy hit and some of it didn't. There's some dialogue in this movie. And I wanted to love this, but the script got in the way. They got a subplot with a bully that's just completely unnecessary. The movie is set in the 80s and they paying homage to movie tropes like the bully, but he's so shoehorned in here to the point they stopped the movie to remind you that he still exists. And they resurrected the old we gotta save our pet cliche by any means necessary, which was complete. And I don't know if the pet was AI or CGI or CIA. It looked like the main plot as to how the dinosaurs got here in the first place is a complete mess, and the ending is one of the worst I've seen all year. Overall, this was a good one-time watch, because the story and the dialogue completely fuck up the replay value. I get about a 6.4 out of 10.
I agree with the brutality. For a PG-13 movie, it doesn't really shy away from the intense stuff. It doesn't go overboard, but there are definitely moments where I was like, oh, okay, I didn't expect that happening. And it gives just enough. In the so-called bully storyline, I can see why someone might say it feels random, but I liked it because it shows that everyone in the neighborhood was going through something, not just the main family. There is everyone in this whole neighborhood, this whole bubble dealing with its own stress. And I'm not going to spoil any of the movie, but you can hear one of the brothers say something to his other brother, which shows that they were going through something. I just think that opens up the word a little bit. Underneath the dinosaurs, you've got a family already cracking. Marriage issues, kids cutting up, kids disappearing into theories and distractions. And then you take that family and drop it into all of this. And that's where the tension hits. Now, I do see some of the CGI complaints. A few of the shots seem like they could have used a little bit more work, but overall, I like the look. And without getting too much into film school, I have to give a quick nod to the blocking where the people are placed in the frame and in the space where it's used. It builds suspense without calling attention to itself. You're watching some of the characters, but also watching everything around them, and that helps create the anxiety of not knowing where the next threat is coming from. Now, where the movie stumbles for me is the ending. After all the build up, I want it to be a bigger landing. It doesn't ruin the movie for me, not even close, but I understand why some people walked away with it feeling a little lackluster. So here's where I land. The end of Oak Street isn't flawless. The script has some issues, and the ending could have been stronger. And some of the CGI is kind of shaky, but for a theatrical experience, it works. The action, the suspense, and Hathaway, and the fact that everything feels like it was built for the big screen. And at the end of the day, the end of Oak Street was a movie that, for me, brought dinosaurs back. Now, I want to know what you think. Did you love it? Did you think it was overhyped? And most importantly, are dinosaur movies finally back? Drop a comment because I really want to hear the conversation on this one. And if you want to see more film talk from a filmmaker's perspective, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And as always, keep looking at film from a different perspective. I'll catch you on the next one.
Every 24, swear the gang on coke.